What's going on, people? Welcome back to Mckola and Howson Uncensored. First time we've had this behind us during an Uncensored.
Can I just say, shout out to Nick Dillon.
Yep.
The artist who did it. I don't know if you guys can actually see what it says. Up the paddock, all the way through it.
Yeah, he does. I'll put it on the
He's got some
Instagram story so you can see.
Unbelievable artwork, loads of Busby Babe stuff, loads of logo stuff like this with all sorts of different.
He doesn't just do sports stuff as well, he does like pop culture stuff and that. It's great.
I want to go and watch how he does it because I've looked at it and gone, I don't know how he does that. It's really cool, really cool.
It's nice work. So yeah, thanks for that. Liking that.
I've been waiting for this.
For tuning in.
Since fucking 10 o'clock this morning.
Look at this. Cam's just given me this. The fridge is working.
The fridge is working.
But it's like frothing everywhere.
All right.
It's nice though. How you doing, Steve?
Do you know what? Keeping me head while all those around me are losing it.
I was about to say, it's been a bit of a meltdown everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sergio Reguilon, gone.
Players people didn't want last week, they're now losing their mind because we're not getting them. People was like, well, I don't want Gareth Bale. What do you mean Spurs are getting him? Oh, for fuck's sake!
I was picturing, like, imagine Arsenal bought 11 Sunday League players. We'd be gutted. Someone commented on my video yesterday saying, Wolves and Newcastle have had better summers than us. Well, have they?
No, because you live in Wolves or you live in Newcastle and you definitely not had a better summer than anyone. This morning, there was a young lad whose profile's getting shared about. He's played for Bolton, he's played for Wigan.
Bolton?
He's been at loan at Glossop, Staley Bridge, a couple of clubs around here, City of Liverpool, stuff like that. He's a free agent, 20 years of age, goalkeeper. And he's just done a little tweet saying, like, everyone, please share my little profile. I'm a free agent, I'm looking for a club. I replied to it from the Stretford Paddock account, because it's the biggest account, and I thought if he clicks it, he'll be like, oh, that's a big account. I said, we need a goalkeeper, pal. Do you want me to read out one of the replies to it?
No, just don't.
You do. Because it's funny.
Oh.
So, me meaning Stretford Paddock FC. First game this weekend. And actually, by the time you lot watch this, next weekend, the 26th of September, we've got our first home game at Stretford Paddock FC. We've got the use of Droylsden Stadium. Now, here's the meaty part is, I didn't make the rules, but there are no restrictions. So, like, you can only have 6 people in your garden. We can have, like, 1,200 at Droylsden. Well, it holds 3,000. I think, socially distanced, you probably get 1,000 in.
Steve hasn't said we can have 1,200, by the way. He's just referring to the laws at the moment.
That's the law. The law is...
He's not encouraging 1,200 to turn up. But he can't stop it.
If they did. And what I will say is, it is free entry.
But...
You will get temperature checks on the way in. Look, we are taking a lot of precautions.
And we do ask that you chip in for a little bit for Droylsden if you can.
Yeah, we're taking the donation for Droylsden because the reason we've managed to get the stadium for this season is Droylsden sadly had to resign because of COVID reasons and all that sort of stuff. So
what will piss me off is if all these people representing Stretford Paddock went down there and we raised £10. Right, don't be so damn tight. You get me, like, going down there, having fun and all that, and... Like, help Droylsden out, they need it, man, especially in times like this. Not everyone's on a YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff.
The bar's open, right? Let me do some important information for you here now. The bar is open. The United game will be on. So how's this for a double whammy? It's our first home game. The only place in Manchester that you can watch any level of football. I'll be honest, it's not the greatest level. But there's some fucking good players there. You can watch United with a beer, on the telly, turn around and watch the Paddock. Live football in your face. It's free entry. We are doing temperature checks on the way in, and we do encourage you to wear a mask, but you don't have to because it is outside. And let's have a load of you come down and fucking show some support. It's going to be an absolute fucking belter of a day, and you can come and watch Cam if you want. You can watch Ronaldo. You can watch some of the other lads that work for us here, or if you've been following the journey on a documentary that we've been doing. But anyway, let me read you out.
Or even if you just hate us, then go down there and cheer for the other team. Make it a good atmosphere.
Yeah, playing a team from Salford.
Yeah, make it a good one.
Anyway, so here was what a guy replied.
Go on.
Fucking hell, guys, we have the best Premier League keeper for 8 of the last 10 years, the best keeper in the league from last season, so no, we don't need a keeper. To which someone's replied, I think he's talking about Paddock FC, mate.
Why are people so... Look, I'm frustrated at the lack of business by Manchester United, not over the Sergio Reguilon situation, but over the lack of business in terms of we needed 2-3 signings this summer.
Totally.
We've only made one. A very good signing at that.
Very good signing, but not in a position we had an absolute gaping hole.
Yeah. The gaping hole
We could have improved that position, no doubt, and we did. But the gaping hole positions
are
we've
still
sort
there.
of ignored.
And Ollie said, 18 months ago, I want Jadon Sancho. Dortmund said,
Yeah, you can have him.
6 months ago, this is the price. We are now still here fannying around. That's the frustrating thing for me. Now, I try not to get emotionally caught up in this. Obviously, we cover the news every single day and that. But I try not to get emotionally caught up in it. Because if you do, you're just going to kill yourself.
Well, there's people losing their mind. I'm glad I am so busy at the moment because I've just not had time to sit and think about it. Because if I'd had time to sit and think about it, I'd have lost my shit.
It's annoying because they're doing what they did to Jose when he finished second.
That's it, yeah. All right, you got Champions League, cool. How about a couple of backups? No, not a couple of backups. How about now's the time that you put your foot through the floor, you accelerate, and you fucking get something done. The fundamental problem is, our owners, regardless of whether our management and this, that, and the other, our owners are not interested in being the best football team in the world. Our owners are interested in extracting however much they can for the least amount of effort. They want
currently over $1 billion.
They want the football club to grow in value, and while the TV money and revenue keeps to climb, that will always be the case for them. And they want to maintain the least amount of painful mortgage payments back on the club. They're happy to run this shit into the ground and just spend enough when they need to keep us in Champions League. Once we get into the Champions League, cheers lads, that'll do. Which is a fundamental disconnect to what all of us as fans
They
want
did this
to
under
see.
Fergie as well, by the way, but the difference was we had a man that could take a team that should probably get in the Champions League and push them to the top of the league. We had a manager that could do that. He also was very shrewd with some of the signings that he made. When you look at Park Ji-sung, Edwin van der Sar, Vidic, Evra, even Carrick, those 5 players there made up a big part of the team that won the European Cup. And how much did it cost, really?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Like
Bargains,
4 million for
bargains,
Park,
bargains,
16 million for Carrick. I think we got combined Evra and Vidic for like 15 mil.
Well, Fergie,
Van der Sar.
Fergie protected him, and I'd like to bring this up for anyone who goes, Ollie's a fucking Glazer puppet. Mourinho was a Glazer puppet while he was here.
So was Fergie.
And Fergie was a Glazer puppet while he was here.
It wasn't with Fergie, they wouldn't fucking be here.
If you look at United pre-Glazer,
Sorry, Fergie, I love you.
post-treble pre-Glazer, right? United went big on Rude, Varane, Rooney, Rio. Those were monumental signings. Like, those were your Real Madrid level signings, weren't they? Like, oh my fucking God, these are insane signings. 2005 comes around. Welcome to, was it Chemba at the time?
2005 was I think that was
It
Vidic.
might have got Van der Sar.
Vidic, Evra.
No, it was 2006.
Was it? Yeah, so 2005 was Park,
It was all 5
Van der Sar. Yeah, Park, Van der Sar. Was that it?
And then if you look, right, okay, we spent big on Berbatov. We spent big on Nani and Anderson, relatively at the time.
Danny Anderson came in after we won the league, though.
Yeah.
It was like, they wouldn't. And that summer was probably the greatest summer we ever had. Like, we got Hargreaves, Nani,
yeah.
Anderson,
Done.
Tevez.
Like 1st of June, sounds in a bit.
We can't. And that's how we should have done it this summer. Like, Sancho should have been done. What? And you're hearing these briefs now. We're so confident we're going to wait till the last week. You sound like a dickhead. You sound like a dickhead. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is...
Like, we haven't seen this played out several times, where we go, how much you want? You tell me, so you're Dortmund, I'm Ed Woodward. I quite like that Jadon Sancho fella. You might see
120 million or fuck off.
Okay. How about I give you 50 million?
Fuck off.
How about I give you
Fuck
60
off.
million? What about 70
All right, we're just
million?
not selling him anymore.
Okay.
Fuck it.
And then 2 weeks before the end of the window, can we do a deal at the price that you told me 6 months ago? Do you know, if United did this and actually managed to get
Add
a deal
5 mil on
sometimes,
top.
fannying me around, because now it's late in the window and I've got to buy a replacement. Yeah, cheers. Like, if United ball busted people and it came off even 50% of the time, where we go, do you know what? They told us they wanted 90 mil and we got him for 50. Fucking fair play. You could understand why they fanny about. But we fanny about to pay the price in the end anyway.
Yeah, we did it with Wan-Bissaka, did it with Maguire. It's annoying. Even with Berbatov at the time, if you remember. We paid
With Bruno,
38.75 million.
they was like, we want 46 million or something like that, and we was like, no. Anyone with a brain looked at Bruno Fernandes and went, well, that's a player worth 46 million.
It was weird that no one else wanted him, though.
It was well weird. I was like, is he broke? Because he ain't got no legs. Like, what's the crack? Are we going to get... Is it like when you buy something off eBay? And you turn up and be like, oh, it's a photo of it.
Oh, you know when, like, sometimes there's people within football where there's a player that's excelling really well, but everyone within the game knows his knees are fucked. It's just a matter of time, and it's like they just stay away from him. Sometimes
He's a raging beakhead.
Yeah, you just get the feeling that it's like with
Sorry,
Bruno,
Tony,
I
he's a raging
was surprised nobody else.
Well, didn't that only get accelerated a little bit when Tottenham was like, is he still going?
But were they?
That's it. Were they?
Were they? Talking about Beak and Amsterdam, Danny.
Fucking hell, that could have gone so much more.
We could have went loads of places with that, but that is for another show. Did you watch
That would be an uncensored.
Aston Villa game at all?
I saw a little bit of clips. Right ball out from Jack Grealish.
Are you on about the one against Burton? I'm on about United against Villa.
Oh, no.
That was a great goal against Burton. By the way, you signed a fucking contract there.
Yeah.
It's a good thing though, you know. And I'll tell you why. He told me. He goes, I signed a new deal because United weren't in for me, and I wanted to make the other teams fuck off. So he's just waiting. It's gonna happen next year. But what's annoying is, I don't know if Rio actually knows something. He could be in a position to know something. But Rio said if United had bid, he would have gone.
Who, Grealish? The word out of, let's say, some people near the scene, coming out of like January was like he was United's number one target.
If Pogba left,
I think I think he was United's number one target. That was the full sentence.
Without Bruno,
he was United's number one target, and I was like, I don't really get that. This was like start of lockdown. He was still United's number one target, and then the sticking situation seemed to be it was going to be somewhere like 40 mil if they got relegated, but like 80 if he stayed up. And you're like, Jesus Christ, that's a big swing in the ticket. Then he stayed up. I guess it went towards the 80, whether it was 80 on the nose or ballpark. They've gone, oh, that was too much. Donny van der Beek's available for similar price. Maybe if they'd have got relegated and it was a toss-up between Grealish at 40 and Van der Beek at, 38, maybe there might have been another move. But once they was 80 million, it was like, well, Van der Beek, come on down.
I think even with Van der Beek signing, you could fit Jack Grealish into your squad. But I feel with the lack of inactivity in terms of the outgoing, like if we had seen Pereira, Mata leave, you know, if you'd seen,
sense.
You could then fit this guy into your team. But when you haven't seen that, and that's another frustrating thing, like the lack of activity in terms of getting players out. We don't need many signings,
but it's hard.
But we've got people
because they've launched fat deals at so many people that Norwich go. Do you know what? Phil Jones. All right, maybe not Norwich. Or, let's say Norwich. Blackburn.
Take it back.
Right. But he's on 140 bag a week. Blackburn go. I wouldn't be surprised if that was Blackburn's entire first team budget.
Yeah.
And they go, we can have Phil Jones. For starters, if we sign Phil Jones, we need to up our fucking cutlery budget and plates. He's going to fucking drop them every day in the canteen. Like, it's just not... People go, do you know what? I like him, but I don't like him at 100 grand a week. Even 100
Phil
grand
Jones
a week.
is going to be a last-minute signing, isn't he? For any team.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a...
And he'll be alone, and,
so
United will
Andreas
probably be
Pereira.
paying 99% of his wages.
And so
They'll
is
ring him up
Andreas
and be like,
Pereira.
yeah, look. Yeah,
I
I'll
just
take
need to
him.
say, yo, bruv, take a couple mil and do one, man.
But didn't we only give a new contract out, like, last year?
I think Ollie was in the picture with him. No, I don't think it was Ollie's decision, because it had been done beforehand, but...
United are thinking about assets, and they're thinking about resale value, which is all well and good if you could sell someone. Couldn't sell water to a thirsty man.
We could have... Phil Jones made a Weetabix, bless him, but he's done in it. Smalling as well, like, don't get any silly ideas, guys. Don't get any silly ideas, you know what I mean?
Like a new signing him.
No.
Here we go, fresh off the plane from Italy. He was player of the year. Get excited. Still vegan, though. Anyway, Chris Smalling. Everyone be like, what? Fuck you.
Has he got a left foot? I don't even think he has one. Never mind, can use it. No. not for me. I'd rather see Ted Mengi and Axel Tuanzebe given an opportunity.
I think you might.
And I actually think we're not going to get a defender unless we see those sales going out. I think we'll get Sancho. Are you still confident in Sancho? I've dropped down a bit.
I am bobbing up and down like a fucking turd in the ocean at the moment. And it varies week to week. Here's the crack. The crack for over a year has been Jadon Sancho will come to United. I don't know how many times I had to tell people when they was like, oh, he didn't want to come because of no Champions League, and was like, he'd have come. I don't know where that myth came from, but he'd have came last year. United never bid the money that Dortmund wanted. Now, that's not.
And it was
really
higher
changed.
than 120 mil last year, wasn't it?
Was it not lower? I think it was 100
I
mil.
swear they went like 150 last year.
Whatever. So the crack is, he will come to United if United offer the money to Dortmund. And
Why
Dortmund
does he seem so reluctant to actually try and force it, or do you feel he has been behind closed doors?
What do people want a player to do? Because here's the thing, right? You've got to put yourself into a player's boots at the moment, right? Which we'd all love to do. Let's say you are Jadon Sancho and you go, right, the best way for me to force this through is to get on Twitter and say, anyway, at Dortmund, I want to fucking leave. I want to go play for United. What if you weren't United's first choice? Because we've seen United do the dirty on players before, Morata and Lukaku, right? Now, United can give you assurances. United are never going to tell a player that you're a second on our list. We're just going to see if he wants to sign. That's not how you get a player over the line. If United, something went wrong, even if you just failed the medical, right, which could happen, you've just burnt your bridge. At the club that you're now supposed to play at, if they've decided, you know what, you try to leave us, go fuck yourself, sit in the reserves for 2 years and stink, your career could be over. Now, unlikely, right, as it is for someone like Jadon Sancho. But you've got to accept that a player doesn't want to have those awkward conversations when he walks back into the changing rooms on the 5th of October. Like, hey!
But we're not looking at...
How's it going, lads?
We're not looking at a young player that's come through the ranks at Germany here.
No,
I think his plan has always been to... And their plan, let's be real, has been to develop this lad and sell him. So there's always
It's an awkward conversation to be having. You walk into a dressing room and you said, I wanted to leave, and everyone saw that you wanted to leave, and you kicked up a stink to get out, and you didn't get out. Well, now it's awkward. Now maybe you don't get a pass in training. Now maybe you don't get that pass in a match. All of those things. If you've not done that, even though you've done everything behind the scenes to try and make it, kicked off with your agent, called a manager a cunt in a meeting, everything. No one else sees it. No one else knows about it. But when you get on social media or you do an interview and you're like, anyway, get me to fuck, well, then everyone's going to have a tune with you.
Yeah, but it's football, isn't it? I mean...
Bigger
players have left Dortmund.
It is.
Marco Reus left Dortmund.
I'm just trying to say possible reasons why you might not ever see a player coming out and being as blatant.
I'd get it if he was at Bayern Munich. I'd get it. Dortmund are a selling club.
I know, I'm just saying.
And this is the...
And it might not be his nature to be able to be like that.
You just need to be a bellend, don't you? Just needs to be a proper bell. But I suppose it's good as well. It shows you are getting someone that is conscious of their decisions and how it affects other people.
And this isn't to say that he wouldn't do that, because he kind of did that at City. Maybe it shows that, look, if I'd like to go to United, I would. But I also quite like it here.
Or maybe it's already done.
Don't do that to people.
You know, other ones where they're just waiting. They're just waiting for time. Because we heard about his the bonus for the international.
There was also something else that happened around Manchester that you go, AI.
Was that like, I heard like something going on and being filmed and all that?
No.
What happened in Manchester? It's uncensored, remember?
All right, considering it's uncensored, you're getting a free beer. I'm gonna have to dumb down some of the details. He's bought a car from a Manchester dealership like 3 weeks ago.
All right, so he bought a car in Manny. Has it been delivered yet? So that's the key thing there. If it's been delivered in Germany, then we know it's an issue.
No, it's being delivered in Manchester.
All right, yeah. So what we're hearing here is...
So he's either got... Now, here's the possible scenarios, and the person who told it me is one of the people that's involved in picking it up. It's either... It's a car for when he comes to Manchester, and he's just got it there, because he's in Manchester a lot. He's got a lot of friends in Manchester. Or he's going to play for us.
Or he's bought a car for someone that he knows in Manchester.
I don't think you're buying it for someone.
What car was it? Was it a Chevrolet?
Oh, it's a G-Wagon.
You don't buy G-Wagons for nobody. You buy them for yourself. So guys, if you see a G-Wagon driving into Carrington and you're unsure who it could be, it's probably Jadon Sancho.
So I got that word a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And then about a week after it, just down the road there, saw one parked up with all like the delivery stickers on it and stuff. Mate, it was pristine. It was so nice. It was like an olive matte green kind of colour. Oh, it was fucking hot.
I like Rashford's G-Wagon.
They've all got one,
haven't they?
Coloured,
yeah.
Everyone's just got a fucking G-Wagon.
Rashford's got swag still. I like Rashy. Good lad.
Like Rojo's got like a fucking blacked out matte black one.
Talk about people that shouldn't be here anymore. Josh, he's training with the club at the moment. Left-footed centre-back.
I know his agent's left him.
Isn't his agent the same as Bale's?
Well,
Did I imagine that?
There's a guy that we know. You've met him. That was his agent. He's no longer his agent.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that actually.
Got out the agent biz.
Why would you want to do that?
What a mad scenario that is.
I've got 5% of Ronaldo Brown, you know.
Have you? Fair play.
So if he does sign for someone. He said F the Glazers yesterday on Twitter though, so his move to United's off.
I wonder, right, if it's not happening, but let's say in a fucking random ass world, Ronaldo did get picked up by United now. How would they report it? Would they report it as...
Would they have to give you a transfer fee?
No, we're non-contract at our level. Would they report it as ex-Liverpool academy player, which boils a lot of piss, or fan cam presenter?
Well, I'm the fan cam presenter. So
you know what I mean? Fan channel presenter. Tier 1 podcast host.
Yeah, I think it'd be fan channel talent signs for Man United.
Or YouTuber.
YouTuber, yeah. I love chucking YouTubers in, don't I? Just to piss off the dads at home. It's like Soccer Aid the other day. Like, the most famous ones on that pitch were probably Chunks and Philly. But everyone was getting angry that they were there. I'd rather see Chunks and Philly there than fucking Ollie Mers, the bell end.
I saw some people kicking off at Chunks getting the job presenting the Saturday Social. And I'm like, hang on.
Have you not been watching Soccer AM?
But have you not been watching Saturday Social? Saturday Social is just a load of fucking random like
YouTubers?
creators.
Yeah, they're great lads. Still waiting. I used to get invited. Now I don't. I don't know what's happened there, lads. Joe, you boys.
Who's he hosting it with? Who's stuck on? Is it Smithy and Joe,
sure.
wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Smithy's been on there. Joe. Both of them used to be on it. But yeah, good job. I love Chunks. I love Chunks and Philly.
I've never seen
Both
any
good
of them.
lads.
I've never seen any of them.
I watch a lot of their content, their foot asylum stuff and that, and they're both clean-hearted lads, and that's why you can take to them and you can like them, and you see them doing well, and you think, I can't begrudge that brother is them doing well because they're good-hearted people in it. So yeah, it was great to see them and to see them score on the pitch and that. I'll put the ball in the net at Old Trafford, you know. Just letting y'all know. Just letting, because that video disappeared. Moplay. What happened to Moplay? No, you could have sent the video first.
That was someone having an absolute bubble. They got a new job, they got a new desk, they got a fucking new company card. He phoned up and he was like, "Get me Manchester United. Yes, I'll sponsor you. Fucking how much is it? Fine, love it, bye." They got all of the sponsor perks, and when that fucking invoice landed for United, he was like, "Anyway, I'll pass you through to accounts. We don't have an accounts department. We don't do what now? Yeah, there's only you here. It's all in your head." Oh, okay.
Got far though, didn't they?
Got 90 days on that or what? So basically they went tits up. What bookies have you ever heard going tits up? None, is the answer.
Well, I know. I was about to mention a few. All of it would have been Jay's fault, apparently.
Real ones.
It's true. Because only the bookie wins, really.
Huh. Never see a bookie with a part-time job.
True stories. Premier League's back this week. Wow, it's been back. What did you make of the first week of action? Everton.
Feels like pre-season.
Everton. Top
Okay,
six.
Everton played well. Carlo Ancelotti.
Can I whisper something to you?
No, stop it.
Everton are going to finish above Spurs and Arsenal. They actually are, you know. Possibly Chelsea too. Possibly us.
They ain't got enough depth. They're not in Europe, are they?
No. I love the signing of Alan. We could have done with him. If we wanted him, it would have been 70 million.
Yeah. I was having this conversation the other day with a couple of mates, and was like, when did Brazilians start getting called Alan and Fred? I'm just waiting for a Steve and a Dave next.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
Remember him? Who's shit? How did he play for? Yeah.
You used to have Romario, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Gilberto. Even Dunga had something going on.
That's not a good one. That
even
sounds
though
like
it's-
shit. Sounds too
Yeah,
much
even though
like
it's
shit.
got poop in it.
You can't
Do you know
call
what I
it
mean?
Dunga.
Bebeto.
Bebeto's a nice one. I would like my name to be
Julio
Bebeto.
Cesar. You know what I mean? Some fucking mental ones.
Ronaldinho's the best name.
Yeah.
I don't know if
actually,
do those players make the
Ronaldinho.
name sound good?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I first saw Ronaldo and he was called Cristiano Ronaldo, I didn't like it. Because, it was Ronaldo. Like, that name shouldn't be anywhere else. And then when he lived up to that level, fuck Ronaldo Brown. When he lived up to that level, it was like, all right, now you can have Ronaldo on your shirt.
I've got Ronaldo and Rivaldo in my team.
We need to do some.
There's got to be something with that.
There's got to be
There's
some
a flag
good
in there
commercial
somewhere.
deals we can get out of that.
Yeah.
What would Ed Woodward do?
Well, he wouldn't have fucking signed them both, would he? That's what he wouldn't have done. I'm well better than Woodward. 50-odd players I signed this summer.
Shit. Don't give any of these people ideas. Oh, man. We literally need 3 signings, maybe 4 at push. And we got Donny van der Beek from Dam. Dutch Donny. What do we call him, Dutch Donny?
Donny
Damn,
scores
Donny.
Ron de Beek.
Donny Scott. Yeah, I like that. I used to think that about Falcao and Fellaini. I miss Fellaini.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
Sometimes I just think, what would Fellaini be doing right now if he was still
Well, I know it's uncensored.
probably piping loads of chicks.
Fellaini was a shagger.
And he had a stunt double, so he could do all sorts of moves. Could fly in.
We'll just say it. We might have touched on this last week, right? If Mason Greenwood wants to just fucking lay pipe like he works for British Gas, then let him.
Let him. As long as you score.
Allow
on the
it,
pitch.
yeah.
And
Allow it.
And
This is the football club,
wrap it
right?
up.
That isolate,
Mates.
yeah, because 18 years.
we on,
Right.
18 years.
Right. This is the club that idolised, worshipped, built a fucking statue out of George Best. If anyone.
We sing that Ryan Giggs can shag who he wants.
Yeah.
After he piped his sister-in-law.
Yeah.
We
We had Dwight York. I don't need to add anything else to that. We had Dwight York.
the Trinidadian Hugh Hef.
We had Eric Cantona, who was meant to have been like a proper low-key shagger. We had Lee Sharp and Ryan Giggs, probably, literally.
Mate, if Ryan Giggs had to deal with Snapchat chicks, oh my God.
You know what I mean?
We'd be seeing all... Imagine if females, well, anyone back then had Snapchat. Like, you'd probably have seen Eric Schlong on the Tinternet, Giggsy's hairy bum on the Tinternet. You'd have seen a lot of things on Tinternet, you know. Like, it would have happened because some of these players moving loose. And, like, you can't blame it.
Allow
Look,
it.
it's stupid.
I got no issue with the ladies
But
who
listen
want it.
to me.
I got no issue with the players who want it. If it's consenting adults doing what the fuck they want, fucking allow it.
What I will
Stop
say
being
is,
so
though,
fucking judgy, you
I
absolute
feel like
boring
England handled that
knobheads.
wrong. Look, it's the players' fault. They should get punished. All right, cool. But Gareth Southgate, bellend.
Was he at Euro 96? He was at Euro 96.
He's a bellend. And, like, if we went to the Manchester United team hotel and tried to sneak into someone's room, are we doing it?
50% chance.
Come on, you're not getting in there. Like, I don't understand. We've stayed in a team hotel and seen the levels of security.
50% chance.
I don't know. Not in this COVID.
Okay.
COVID situation
COVID
where
might
there's
change
pandemics.
Well,
less
have you
people
seen
around.
me in a dress?
True, say great arse.
I'm saying.
It's true. It's true. But you know what I mean. Like the security, and then that's making an excuse for Greenwood and Foden. Look, I don't want to make an excuse for them, but they just wanted to get their.
Right, at the end of the day, my issue with it mostly is in the reporting. Because Foden and Greenwood did the exact same thing, but now Greenwood, they've just gone, let's get into the fucking Greenwood dirt file. And they're pulling up shit from fucking time ago. And there's United fans saying he's a fucking disgrace. Let's rewind it. I want to talk to you about fucking Gareth Southgate, because he would have been part of that Hong Kong trip where they did the dentist chair, right? If you're like, Steve, what are you talking about, my friend?
He would have been sitting in the back with the Nevilles, though, you know it.
Yeah, probably.
Wait.
So, Sheringham, McManaman, Gaza allegedly were the sort of main parties to all this. But Euro 96, I think it was literally the camp before the tournament, wasn't it? I mean, I was like fucking 12 or something.
It was on the way to the tournament.
Yeah. So they'd been away, I'm sure it was Hong Kong, and they was flying back from Hong Kong. I might have a couple of details wrong here, but either way, they got off the plane, right? It's pre 9/11.
Gaza's shirt was off.
Yeah, he had a collar on. That was it. His shirt was gone.
Yeah.
Like, Sheringham was like just fucking soaked in booze. They were steamboated. You could get drunk on planes before 9/11. That was a thing.
Could smoke. They were smoking as well.
So they had an absolute fucking rave in first class on a British Airways flight, I think it was. They were fighting. The dentist chair basically is the team holds you down and they pour fucking spirits into your face.
That was where
until you
Gaza's
can't
celebration came from.
Correct. And that is where Gaza's Scotland goal celebration come from. None of them got kicked out of the team. Gareth Southgate, you was in that fucking team! You know that sometimes your best players do reckless loose shit because it makes them good fucking footballers. If you want boring, you end up with James fucking Milner and Michael Owen. And fuck them two pair of dicks. George Best never went, I'll tell you what will be a banging night. Let me get a Horlicks and get my ass in bed for 9 o'clock.
No, I get it.
Fuck all the way off.
Especially like if it's your first trip. You know what that means, right? No one respects Southgate. No one respects South. Imagine they went away on their first trip with Fergie or first trip with Solskjaer. They're doing that. And again, they might do it and we just don't hear about it.
There was no rumours of any incidents on pre-season, was there? None.
We would have seen.
They let him have a night out, didn't they, as well?
Yeah. Remember that? I remember that because Ollie was about and he was pissed. And
there was a night out we did try to get
Hunter
into.
wanted his thing signed, remember? And they kept trying to, but they were just too pissed and they wouldn't let anyone go near them. I love that. But that's the kind of protection these people need. If they've got security with them and they know, all right, Ollie's a bit pissed today, or he's had a few drinks, we don't let anyone near him because we know that can lead into other situations.
This is the dance.
Protect him. And Southgate, you're a spineless bellend. You should be sacked yesterday.
Yeah, don't hang your young players out to dry. Ask yourself, what would Fergie do? Fergie comes out in the press and goes, FIFA are fucking corrupt. And everyone goes, oh my God, and writes about that. And then someone the next day goes, oh, what about... And he'd be like, oh, don't worry about that.
You're banned.
FIFA was corrupt.
You're banned.
And you're banned.
It's stupid. And Southgate dobbing him in and saying my tactics changed after that and this changed after that.
Get a fucking grip, you dickhead.
Get out.
You played like 12 defenders. What are you doing?
Send the bugger back. Get him out. Get him out. He wouldn't get the job at Aston Villa or Crystal Palace and he played for them. I know people talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being in our job and saying, I wouldn't get it if he was a United legend. Gareth Southgate ain't even an England legend.
If anything, his impact on England as a thingy was missing a penalty.
Hey man, Stuart Pearce. Don't let me get started on Stuart Pearce. Cutting his own fringe. I did that once in school, never again.
Hey, can I give a shout out to Spencer?
Spencer?
Fucking absolutely smashing it in the FA Cup this year. First time, #United, got into the FA Cup. Dramatic fucking penalty shootouts, all sorts of shit. So big up to #United.
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it. Congratulations to them.
Yeah. Congratulations to Neil, Spencer, everyone involved.
I don't know Spence that much, but I know Saunders, his brother. So shout out them.
Saunders was cameraman for first pre-season that you did.
I've played in the FA Cup in them stages, you know. Just letting y'all know. FA Cup player.
That's where we're aiming for Paddock to get to. And then I'll blow it all up and walk away.
Yeah, and then I'll take the job, take him to Champions League in 4 years. Is that it for us? Have we done today?
I reckon so. What time is it? Is that the time?
That is the time.
Okay, now.
Anyway.
Football's back this weekend.
This has been Mckola.
Hang on.
What are we doing this weekend?
Fucking rewind that shit. Football's back this weekend.
United are back this weekend.
United are back this weekend. It's Paddock's first ever game. It's away. We're not telling you where that one is because we want you all to come to the first
I'm
home
going to
game
be at
in
the
the
first home game, by the way, if you want to come down.
And anyone who's one of my patrons, I'm getting you a pint if you can prove you're a patron. So I'm taking a fat wedge down with me for that day because there's about 1,200 of you.
I might join that right now. Get a free pint.
Well, yeah, you get your money back basically. So come and join Patreon and I'll give you your money back when I'll buy you a beer. Not cheap pints here for a Charleston. So yeah, we've got our first game.
I'll have a bottle of Rare Nephew in my back pocket if anyone wants a cheeky sip.
We got our first game, so I'm going to that, and then I'll be in here for the watch along at 5:30 for United against Palace.
We'll be here for the watch along, for the team news, for everything. So don't worry about that. We'll have you covered. We've also got
That's United, not
preview coming up. We've got a preview coming up for the United Palace game.
Is Joe managed to speak to that guy? Oh, friend.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe has friends.
Well, no.
Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I've got a bit of indigestion. Make sure you keep it locked. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Bye-bye.